Madam President, honorable members of the European Parliament, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor for me to be designated Commissioner for Regional Policy, and of course I am here today to ask for your support. I know what an important role this committee had during the negotiation process of the new legislative framework, and I would like to thank to each of you and to all rapporteurs for your work. This was truly a collective effort. After an intense 2 years negotiation process, we have now a reform cohesion policy legislative package. I also know that this committee comprises new members who have a tremendous experience on the ground, which I am sure will bring a real added value to our work in the years to come. I would also like to pay tribute to Commissioner Hahn, who worked very closely with this committee to reform the policy. As all know, regional policy is a practical expression of solidarity within the European social market model. It is a unique feature of European integration, and today, as we seek to exit from the crisis, regional policy is a key tool of the EU budget to support investment in the real economy. It offers us the possibility to send a clear signal that the benefits of integration should be shared between North and South, between East and West, as we consolidate a competitive economy for all citizens. This is why I believe regional policy will make a major contribution to President Juncker's jobs, growth and investment package through its investment in the real economy, its capacity to leverage private sector resources, and its involvement of regional and local authorities, social partners, and civil society organizations. This policy will be central to delivery of the main Commission priorities in the areas of innovation, small and medium-sized enterprises, the digital single market, the European Energy Union, climate change objectives, trans-European networks, and social inclusion. But it will do so in a way that is tailored to specific national, regional, and local circumstances and knowledge, whether in one of our capital cities or in an outermost region. I think this is a great strength of regional policy, its capacity to engage regional and local actors and to build on the diversity of Europe, its more than 270 regions and more than 500 million citizens. This policy is neither a fiscal transfer mechanism nor a budgetary support tool. It is not about charity from the rich to the poor. I am convinced that by investing in our regions, in the real economy and in our people, by helping them to reach their full economic potential, we make the European economy stronger. And this is a union in which the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. Let me now say some words about my political priorities if I am confirmed as Commissioner. First, my absolute priority today is to ensure that we maximize the contribution of regional policy to the new Commission's goal of creating jobs and growth. The reform to which this committee contributed so much establishes the policy as the investment pillar of Europe's economic governance. The reform has put in place a policy to deliver results. This is a key to successful exit from the crisis for the Union. We must therefore negotiate high-quality operational programs from the next 7 years. We need to translate good intention encapsulated in the partnership agreements into operational realities that can make the difference, a difference in the quality of life for all Europeans, for the disadvantaged, for unemployed people, and for those territories in the Union that are in greater risk of falling apart. Let me be very clear that from my point of view, the quality programming should not be compromised. In order to face up this challenge, I will make sure that the new elements set out in the new regulatory framework to create a more effective policy are delivered. A stronger focus on performance, including on ensuring that the new conditionality provisions of the funds are respected and perform their role, close links with European priorities, in full accordance with the requirements of the economic governance framework, and a stronger territorial focus. In a world where public resources are scarce, the equation is very simple. Better programs mean more jobs and growth. Let me stress that I intend to do this in close and real collaboration with my colleagues responsible for these sectorial policies within the Commission in search of synergies and support across community action. Let me also ask for your support in conveying the message to the Member States that the 2014-2020 programming period cannot be business as usual. We have a unique opportunity and we must take the most of every euro of the EU budget. I truly believe that we all have the same rights and obligations. Coming to obligations, I think that the main beneficiaries of the cohesion policy have this moral obligation to all European taxpayers to make the most of the money they receive throughout this common solidarity effort. This is a huge opportunity to development, and we have to show our commitment to our European project by delivering concrete results. As I said before, together we are much more stronger than isolating ourselves. As foreseen in the regulation, I would welcome the opportunity to present here in the Committee on Regional Development next year the report on the outcome of the current negotiations. I will be confirmed. Secondly, institutional capacity and good governance are at the root of any successful development effort. It is my conviction that this is more important than money and a precondition for our policy to succeed. We need to build high-quality public administrations, particularly in the less developed member states. This will be a constant priority for me to accelerate implementation of the current programs, to build sufficient support for institutional capacity in the new programs, and to support member states throughout the next period. Effective economic strategies need strong public-private partnership under a shared policy, vision, and agreed objectives. Finally, we need high-quality partnerships that can play their role in the life of the programs. There is much that can be learned across Europe from good practices developed by regions and cities, local and authorities and NGOs. I intend to make full use of the new opportunities offered by the urban network and pilot projects to promote experimentation and exchange of experience. Third, I am concerned that we don't always make full use of the possibility to make life simpler for the beneficiaries of the policy. We must do more to listen to those SMEs who have doubts about receiving support from this policy because they find it sometimes too lengthy or too bureaucratic. In this respect, the regulatory framework provides many possibilities to support beneficiaries, and I intend to work with member states to ensure that these are fully respected and exploited. Fourth, since cohesion policy accounts for roughly a third of the EU budget, I will pay close attention to all measures necessary to ensure that the funds are properly managed in the line with the financial regulation and the principles of sound financial management. I will have zero tolerance to fraud. At the same time, I would like there to be a greater focus on the performance of the policy and the results it delivers. I would like to work with this committee to see how these questions can be discussed in greater detail and the results of the policy better communicated to the citizens. Because I think that what was a weakness for us, that we are not always able to say how many things we are doing. This discussion on the performance of the policy will feed into preparation of the next budgetary and legislative framework for the period after 2020. I would like to engage in a broad debate on this and involve the European Parliament for the early stage. As stated by President Juncker in the political guidelines for the future Commission, the 2016 term review of the multi-annual financial framework should be used to orient the EU budget further towards jobs, growth, and competitiveness. In this regard, I would like to assure you that I would like to have an open and, of course, constructive political dialogue about any issue in my portfolio in accordance with the principles of good governance. In my view, the relationship between the European Commission and the European Parliament should be based on transparency, mutual trust, respect, and common goal to work together in the interest of the citizens. And that is why I intend to work closely together with you to successfully fulfill our common European objectives. Thank you very much, and now I am looking forward to our exchange in our joint endeavor to make the policy successful. Thank you.